Now, before I say anything about anything at all, I know you can see, we can all see it, it's right there, like a great big blob in the middle, this horrible devil. So this is going to be a little bit of I won't say messy reading, but yeah, it feels, it's making me feel uneasy already, I have to say that. Okay, so I'm going to say that before I say anything else. And the other thing is, I'm just looking down at these 3 cards in your past. It feels like wanting to move away, which is obviously this 8 of Cups is about. And it feels a little bit similar to what I was seeing in your last reading, I think, because I think I was getting moving away then and wanting to move. Yeah, so that's kind of similar, but it has a totally different feel to it. Completely different feel. I'm not talking about the devil. I'm trying to kind of not look at him because I hate looking at him. It feels more like knowing. It feels more like, I know I can do this. I know I can do this now. I know I can. I'm going to manifest this. And it's really like a whole new outlook. It really is. It's not a huge difference, but it's enough of a shift to make you go, no, I'm not going to be unsure of this anymore. I really know I can do this, and you can. If you have that mindset, you can absolutely do this. It's, you know, there's a really interesting shift, and I'm seeing that this week actually everywhere, because there's a lot of unsurety around last week, and of course we all know why, and it's still there. Obviously it's not going to totally go away in a week or a few days. You know, there are going to be ups and downs, but it does feel like, you know when a baby bird learns to fly and it sort of kind of wobbles up and down. I've never seen a real one, maybe a cartoon, but yeah, it kind of wobbles up and down. Maybe I should go look at a video and I'll see if that happens, but I'm kind of imagining it, and then it kind of gets used to things. It gets used to things, and then it starts to be a little bit more stable. That's kind of what I'm getting. That's the energy I'm getting everywhere right now. Not perfect, still wobbling, a little bit steadier than it was, a little bit steadier than last week. And so I think with you, you were like, no, I know I can do this, so I'm going to start planning. Dreaming as well. It's like, oh, let's dream about what can I do, where am I going to be, who am I going to have with me, what's my new home going to be like, if it is a new home. But it's moving from one atmosphere to another one. That's, I think, what you're trying to do if this is you. And you might still be around someone you don't want to be around. It might not be that, but there's certainly some kind of atmosphere. It feels like someone's energy is around you. So it may be that you're still around them, it may be that you're not, but their energy's there. And this kind of not so good energy hanging around. But it doesn't matter now, because you have that mindset. And you know that you can do this, you know you can manifest this. And it's kind of like you're starting to rise. You know, it's a little bit like, you know, if you're sitting on a Ferris wheel, if you've ever sat on a Ferris wheel, and you're kind of at the bottom, and it just starts to rise, you feel a little bit of a lift. So that's kind of what I'm getting. So if you're feeling that little bit of lightness, a little bit of a lift like that, it's like, oh, things are starting to change. They are changing. That's what that's telling you. So I really hope you do feel that, because I'm really getting that here. Now, with the 8 of Cups, there's something else I'm getting here as well. Obviously, there's walking away. So that's showing you that you can do that, and you are going to do that. But it's a very, you know, again, it's a very stagnant, very stale atmosphere on this card. You know, the water's moving, but it's not fresh. There's a lot of algae growing. It looks very green. It doesn't look like water I'd like to drink anyway. So I think what this is telling you is, yeah, be a little bit careful of who you talk to. I'm not saying don't talk to people. And, you know, I know everyone needs to offload, but I'm feeling that you might be offloading to someone, and there's a lot of negativity. It feels like a little bit of a negative cycle, because I'm just looking at this man, and you know, he's about to go around this hill, and it looks like he's going around, and he's going to come around and around and around again. That's kind of what I'm imagining is going to happen with this man. So I think when you talk to this person, it just feels like they're going around and around in this circle of kind of negativity, and there's no you know, there's no idea about, oh, what can we do to move forward? There's no good ideas or anything like that. They just keep on talking around and around and kind of labouring the point. That's kind of what I'm getting. And so if that's you, if someone's kind of wallowing in this problem, it's not going to be good for you, because you've got this really good outlook, and I'm seeing that here, and you don't want to be around anyone who's going to bring you down and send you backwards. I'm not saying never talk to them, but I think you've got to be really careful of who you want to be around or who you should be around. And if this is a good indication, if you're talking to someone, on the phone or whatever, and you go and you say, okay, I'm going to talk to this person. I might feel better. I've got a lot of things I have to offload to them, and I'm going to talk to them. And you do that, and then you come away feeling worse. That's an indication that that's not a good person to talk to, obviously. And so just be aware of that, because it feels like someone's kind of wallowing in the negativity, and they're not helping you move forward, because you've got to keep that vibration up. You've got to keep that positivity up. I know no one can be perfect at this time. People's emotions are up and down, but as much as you possibly can, if you can do anything to get the negativity away, do what you can to do that. So I think that's the message there. Okay, so the next card you have your past is the High Priestess, which I love. I absolutely love her. So, okay, a few different things here. Yeah, lots of things coming in. I'll try and remember them later, because this feels quite important, what I'm seeing here. So I want to tell you the important thing. So, yeah, so I'm getting knowing. The High Priestess is about, having knowledge, and it's secret knowledge. She can be about secrets. So I think you might know something. Yeah, there's a bit of dishonesty here, not coming from you. I think it's coming from someone else, and you know something about them. Okay, this is what I'm getting. You know something about someone, but there's also something you don't know. So they're trying to hide something from you. They're not a very honest person. It might be this person you're trying to get away from, or it might just be the energy that you're trying to get away from, because I'm getting this feeling of this isn't good, it's lying, it's deceit, it's all that kind of thing. And again, the devil's right here next to this card, so that really tells me something as well. You're coming up as the High Priestess. Whoever this person is, this negative energy, they're coming up as the devil. And yeah, lots of lies. I think someone was trying to lie to you. I think they might still be, if they're still around you. Yeah, so I think this was an ex-love connection. It either is or it was. It's very difficult, because it feels like someone's trying to hold on to the situation. That's what it feels like. And it has to be them that's doing this. It can't be you, because everywhere I'm getting this feeling of you wanting to move on, wanting to move away. So it's got to be them. I don't know how they want to hold on to you. It might not be in a love way, it might be in some other way, but you're trying to get away. That's what I'm getting. The atmosphere is really negative with this devil here. And yeah, something's going to catch up with them. Something's going to catch up with this person. Now, they might be acting as if they're fine, or they don't care about what this says, but deep down, they're very scared. They're a very scared person. They're afraid of being caught. I'm getting that really clearly. They're afraid of being caught. So that was the important thing I wanted to tell you. So there's something serious here, and they don't want to be caught. Yeah, do you know what I'm getting? If this all resonates with you, it looks like they might have had a few near misses. It's like, oh, that was a close one. I almost got caught that time, but I got away with it. I got away with it that time. There's something they're not going to get away with. Okay, this is a little bit strange. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. It feels, yeah, I'm getting a chase. I'm getting a chase. And, I'm just looking over to the moon card. My eyes kind of being led over there. And, the moon can be about dreams, nightmares, worries, fears, all that kind of thing. And it does feel a little bit serious. I'm getting that again. So, and being afraid of authority, being afraid of being caught by authority. And I'm getting this chase. So it might be that they're afraid of the authorities chasing them, or the police, or someone like that. Because do you know what's really interesting in this card? I'm just seeing this, it's just coming up now. I know it's not funny, but when I get excited when I see a new thing, so just bear with me. So, okay, so there's a curtain behind this High Priestess, and obviously that tells you that they're going to be exposed. The curtain's coming down at some time, and that's what they're afraid of. Now, What's behind the curtain is blue. It's all blue. And the colour blue, it can mean a lot of different things, but because I'm seeing this chase, because I'm seeing this being afraid of authorities, it might be something illegal, it might be something to do with the police being involved. I'm getting that in this card. I know that sounds a bit dramatic, but it's a possibility, because with everything else I'm seeing here, it's kind of adding up to that, and you've got the devil, you've got deception as well. So if that makes any kind of sense to you, my feeling is that, if this is you, if you know what this is, I think you're going to be separate from this. You're going to be separate from this person or this whole situation when this all comes out. Because I'm just seeing far away. I'm seeing you being far away, and you're kind of watching what's happening from far away. I don't know how. It might be on social media. I don't know. Or you might hear about this. Yeah, they're going to be taught a lesson. They're going to be taught a lesson, and they're so afraid of that happening. It's absolutely going to catch up with them. And that's exactly what that dream about being chased is about. It's about, oh, I don't want to be caught. I don't want to be caught. I'm running away. And, you know, if you've ever had that dream, it's all about, oh, I'm going to be caught. A common one's about, I'm trying to get to work without my clothes or my shoes, and I'm lost and I'm late and I can't get the bus, and I'm in traffic and I can't get past this car and I'm late, and oh, I forgot my bag. I have to go back again. Oh, I forgot my wallet. All that kind of thing. And, you know, when you have that dream, it doesn't necessarily mean you've done something wrong and the police are chasing you or you're going to be caught. But it's a fear of being caught out, you know, not being prepared, not being ready. But I think for them, if they're having this dream, if they're having this dream, it's literally a fear of being caught. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Okay. So the last card you have your past is the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful card, very, very comfortable. So what this is showing me is when you do make this move, when you're by yourself, and you are going to be by yourself for a while, and it feels comfortable, it feels restful. So you're going to be out of this atmosphere, you're going to be in a more peaceful atmosphere. So it might take you a little bit longer to get there. Might take you a little bit longer than you thought to get to where you want to go. I know that's probably frustrating to hear, but look how happy she is. So, you know, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth waiting a little bit longer to get to something that you ultimately want to do. And yeah, there's a little snail at the bottom of this card. I'll just show you. Yeah, see the little snail. So it's going to take longer to get to this place of comfort, this place of abundance, this place of feeling happy, comfortable by yourself, no stress around you. Okay, something else here. It feels like, oh, you know, I'm by myself, it's fine. But I really wish someone else was here. I really do. I kind of wish this other person was here. So, yeah, in the beginning, you'll be on your own. It'll be fine. It looks like someone might join you later. They're not going to be there at the beginning. They're going to come later. So if that makes sense to you, I don't know if it will, but if you're planning on having someone move in with you or spend time with you, this is a time by yourself first, which is what this card's about, and they might come in later on. So if that makes sense to you, that's kind of what I'm seeing in that card. Okay. So the first card you have your present is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, again, the slow card. This is the super slow card. He's not going anywhere. He's just standing there. He's not moving. He's even got a plant growing out of his head. That's how long he's been there for. So yeah, very, very slow. And again, just like the Nine of Pentacles, there's money. So there's money coming in. And I think I saw this in your last reading as well. Lots and lots of similarities in this in your last reading. So if I see the same thing again, it's pointing out lots of similar things. So the more it's pointed out to you, the more definite it is that this is all going to happen. So money is going to help you to move forward. I think that's the message in this card. Because, you know, this knight, obviously, he's standing still. He's looking at the coin. And, you know, when he uses the coin, that's when he'll be able to move forward. So the money's going to come in. Now, it might be money that comes into you. I think it probably is, because I'm seeing money coming in. Or it might be that you're saving this money. You save the money, you've got it, and then you can move. it might be a combination of the two. Okay, yeah, this is about someone who wants to move. Yeah, this is about this person who's coming to move in later, or they might move to see you later, or they might see you. So you're going to be by yourself at the beginning, which is what I was seeing in the Nine of Pentacles, and they're going to come in later. Yeah, this is like, there's disappointment in the beginning, because I think you're expecting, or you're going to be expecting this person to come in, and they're going to say, no, I'm going to do something else, or be somewhere else, or no, I'm going to do this or do that. I'm not going to go and be with you. I'm not going to do this. That's what I'm getting. Very disappointing in the beginning. And because you've got this knight who just sits there and doesn't do anything or say anything or move, you're probably going to get this feeling of, okay, they've made up their mind. They said they're not going to come and see me anymore. I'll just have to take it as it is. I'm not happy, but they're not moving, they're not budging, so I'm just going to try and move on. And I think once you try and move on from that, that's probably when they're going to change their mind. That's when they're going to come back in. So that's what I'm seeing. And I can't quite see if this is a love connection or not, but if you're planning this move, and if you're planning it again with someone else in mind, if you think, oh, I'm going to move and they're going to come and all that, it's going to look like it's going one way for you. So you're going to move and you're going to be thinking, oh, it's not going the way I wanted. This person's not coming along. It's going to turn around. That's going to turn back around again. So don't worry, don't be upset if it doesn't happen right away, if they don't move to be with you or they don't see you at that time. It's going to come in later. So that's kind of what I'm getting there, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, so the next card you have your present is the ugly, horrible devil, and I hate him. I really do. I hate looking at him, but he's there. What can I say? So, okay, so the thing about this person that doesn't want to get caught, this person I'm seeing in the High Priestess, you really wanted to work with this person at one time. Well, not work, you wanted things to work, I should say. This is an Axe. And you wanted things to work. You really, really did. I think you might have pretended not to see some of the things they were doing. This is not a great person, obviously, if they're coming up as the devil. And I think maybe you let them get away with a few things, actually, because you loved them. You loved them. Yeah, this feels very one-sided. Feels very one-sided. You gave and you gave and you gave and you gave to this person, but it wasn't enough for them. Because if you look at the woman on this card, you know, she's got this bunch of grapes kind of growing on her tail. So she's got this tail growing, and the grapes are literally growing out of the end of her tail. Very strange, but they're kind of growing out of her. So it's almost like she's been constructed to feed this devil. Look at how fat he is. So maybe that's the attitude they had. You were made for me. You were made to feed me. You were made to serve me. They might not have said that, but what I'm getting is they were at the center of everything. They were at the center of you. They were at the center of everyone else. Everyone kind of, center of the universe. Everyone was kind of floating around the outside of them, the perimeter, and they were at the center. That's how they felt. And I think in the end, you know, you still had feelings for them. You really did, because there are these chains here. But I think once your mind said no, no, I'm going to flip this switch over. I'm not having any more to do with this. And I think you just took the chains off, and, you know, the chains are loose. So you took them off and left. And the other thing with this devil is, you know, he's sitting on top of this black box, and, you know, the people are actually chained to the box. They're not chained to the devil, if you look at this carefully. So maybe you used to feel a bit chained to their secrets. Maybe you kept some of their secrets hidden for them, but not anymore. Not anymore. You don't care what comes out anymore. You really don't. So yeah, I hate looking at this card, so I'm going to move on. Okay, so the last card you have your present is the Moon.